What if I told you the HOA you're buying into could raise your fees overnight and your realtor might not even know it's coming? Here's the thing, hidden inside those HOA documents are red flags most buyers completely miss. And with major new laws taking effect in 2026, buying into the wrong association could cost you thousands or worse, trap you in a financial mess you can't easily escape. So today, I'm breaking down what your realtor isn't telling you about the homeowners association you're buying into and what the upcoming Washington HOA law changes under WUCIOA actually mean for you. When most people hear HOA, they think cookie cutter communities with rules about paint colors, fences, and whether you can park your boat in the driveway. But there's so much more to it than that. Homeowners associations are basically small governments. They collect dues, maintain roads and shared spaces, enforce rules, and can even place liens on your property if you fall behind. And up until recently, most Washington HOAs were operating under a patchwork of older laws, mainly RCW 64.38. But partially starting January 2026, all HOAs and condo associations will fall under something called WUCIOA, the Washington Uniform Common Interest Ownership Act. It's meant to promote transparency and modernization, but here's where it gets tricky. A lot of associations aren't ready for it. Full compliance with WUCIOA doesn't kick in until 2028, but some of the biggest changes, including things that affect buyers, go into effect January 2026. Right now, many HOAs blur the lines between the old RCW 64.38 and the newer 64.90 standards. It's confusing for boards, let alone homeowners. So before you buy, it's critical to understand what those changes mean. And if it already sounds complex, that's because it is. WUCIOA touches everything from how boards run meetings to how resale certificates are issued when a home sells. When you buy a home in an HOA or condo association, the seller has to provide you with a resale certificate. Starting in 2026, that's going to become even more standardized, and it's a document you should absolutely read carefully. Here's what it includes: the association's current budget and reserve balance, any pending special assessments, lawsuits or compliance issues, meeting minutes, and much more. Buyers will have 5 days to review the resale certificate once they receive it. And that means if you see something that doesn't look right, like low reserves, unpaid assessments, or signs the HOA is not compliant with state law, you have a window to back out and protect yourself. Let's say you're looking at a property with an HOA fee of $100 a year. Seems harmless, right? But that HOA is responsible for road maintenance and they only have $2,000 in reserves. If a road needs repaving, they don't have the funds. That means one of two things: a special assessment where each homeowner suddenly owes hundreds of thousands of dollars, or a budget increase that raises dues permanently. Either way, you're footing the bill, and if you didn't read that resale certificate carefully, you might never see it coming. What Kiowa is trying to make HOAs more transparent, boards will have to announce meetings at least 14 days in advance, allow homeowners to comment, and make financial documents easier to access. They'll also have to follow clearer rules around ballots, budgets, and how they make decisions. But here's the catch: just because the law requires transparency doesn't mean your board is actually ready to deliver it. Some associations don't have proper accounting systems or consistent meeting practices. Others might not even know these changes are coming. So, if you're buying into an HOA, ask questions. Ask to see the reserves, ask when the last audit was done, ask if the board has legal counsel reviewing their compliance under WUCIOA. So, what does this mean if you're thinking about buying a home in Washington, especially somewhere like Whidbey Island, where many properties have small self-managed HOAs? Here's what I tell buyers. One, read the resale certificate or any HOA documents provided in full. Don't rely on your agent to summarize it. Look for red flags like outdated budgets, low reserves, or pending lawsuits. Two, check if the HOA has governing documents updated to align with WUCIOA, or at a minimum, if they're preparing to do so in the near future if needed. If they're still operating under an older version of their CCNRs or bylaws, they could face compliance issues in the future. Number 3, ask about reserves and maintenance responsibilities. If an HOA maintains private roads, wells, or stormwater systems, but doesn't have the money to repair them, that's a future special assessment waiting to happen. Number 4, talk to your lender and title company. Some loans could get delayed or denied if there's any uncertainty around HOA compliance or financial health. And number 5, when in doubt, get professional advice. If you're unsure how to interpret what you're seeing, consult with an attorney familiar with Washington HOA law. These updates aren't about scaring people away from HOAs. They're about helping buyers make informed decisions. Because the truth is, WUCIOA isn't just affecting condos or big developments. It impacts small rural HOAs, community road associations, and even some neighborhoods that didn't realize they're technically governed under HOA law. So whether you're buying your first home or your next investment, make sure you're not walking into a ticking time bomb. If this video helped you understand what's really coming in Washington's HOA law changes, don't wait until 2026 to get prepared. When you work with me, I'll make sure you have all the information and support you need to make a confident, informed decision about your purchase, especially if there's an HOA involved. You can book a call using the link below or just text HOA to 360-295-4472, and we can talk through whether buying in an HOA community actually makes the most sense for you. I'm Rachel with Whidbey, helping you make smarter real estate moves with a little less stress and a lot more confidence.